Hello everyone, in today's video we are going to look at angles and parallel lines. In this figure, angle M3 is equal to 110 degrees. If you look on the picture, you can see that I have highlighted it in yellow, 110 degrees. And angle M12 is equal to 55, which is also highlighted in yellow. The question that is asked is for us to measure each angle, namely angle 1, angle 6, and angle 2. So I want you to try and do this by yourself. Pause the video, and when you are done, press play and then check your answers. We're going to do it in that same order. First with angle 1, then angle 6, then angle 2. Okay? Let's start by measuring angle 1. Now when I look at angle 1 looks like this. That's where 1 is. And in relation to the angles that I know that I have 110 up top here. So if I put it together, I have 110 over there. So putting that together, you can see that those two lines are parallel. That's given in the drawing. Therefore, this here image is corresponding angles. So I'm going to measure angle 1, and I'm going to say angle 1 is equal to angle 3, which is equal to 110 degrees, because corresponding angles are equal to each other. And therefore I have angle 1. Angle 1 is 110 degrees as well. Let's calculate for angle 6. Now for angle 6 is in a position like that. And for angle 6, I have angle 6 and angle 3 is over there. That makes, have a look, alternate angles. Another option would be if I looked at angle 6 over here, and I look at angle 1 over there, those two are vertically opposite. Now I'm going to use alternate angles because it uses the 110 which they give me. So I'm going to say that angle 6 is equal to angle 3 because alternate angles are equal to each other. Then I'm going to say angle 6 is equal to 110 degrees, and that's my answer. Lastly, let's calculate angle 2. So for angle 2, if I sketch it, I've got 2 and 1, looks like that. That's angles on a straight line. 2 and 6 look like that, angles on a straight line. And then 2 and 3 looks like that, co-interior angles. I'm going to use co-interior because it uses the 110, which is what they give me. So let's have a look. We're going to say angle 2 plus angle 3 equals 180 degrees. And my reason is the sum of co-interior angles are equal to 180. That's my rule. So now I'm going to say angle 2 plus angle 3's value is 110 degrees is equal to 180 degrees. Minus 110 minus 110. Angle 2 is equal to 100 minus 100 is 0. 80 minus 10 is 70 degrees. Angle 2 is 70. And that answers all three of my questions. Let's go to the next slide. Can you find x and y in each figure? What's the value of x and y? I also want you to figure out the value of the entire angle. Okay, so we can name the angles. We can name this one A, and this one B, and this one C. So go ahead, pause the video, try it for yourself, and come back. In this picture, I have got x or 10x, I've got y or 8y, and I've got y or 25y. I don't have any angle that is given to me. I've got parallel lines and I've got two variables. I'm going to do these two because they are the same variable. So I'm going to look at this angle and this angle together. So if I resketch that, it looks like this. And we know that this is the sum of co-interior angles equal 180. So let's use that rule. We're going to say 8y plus 2 degrees, that's one side, that's this one, plus because we're saying sum 25y minus 20 degrees, which is this side, is equal to 180 degrees. Okay. Now I'm going to put my like terms together. So I'm saying 8y plus 25y plus 2 minus 20 equals 180 degrees. 8y plus 25y, 8 and 5 is 13, 3 carry 1, 33y plus 2 minus 20, or minus 20 plus 2 is going to be minus 18. Okay, is equal to 180 degrees. So I'm going to add 18 and add 18 because I want to get rid of that. So 33y is equal to 198. Now to get y, I need to do division. So I'm going to say 198 divided by 33. Okay, this might be a little bit hard. Let's do times 3 titles. 33 plus 33 is 66, then 99. 9 and 3 is 12, carry 1. So that's 10 and 3, it's 13. Okay, 2 and 3 is 5. 3 and 3 is 6, 165. 5 and 3 is 8. 6 and 3 is 9, 198. That's the one I want. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times. So y is equal to 6 degrees. So in this instance, I have calculated y equals 6. And now we want to figure out what each angle is. 8y plus 2 is equal to 8 times 6 plus 2. 8 times 6 is going to be 48 plus 2, which is equal to 50 degrees. So this side is 50. 25y minus 20 is equal to 25 times 6 minus 20. That's 150 minus 20, which is equal to 130 degrees. So this side is 130. So now we've got the angles, the two angles that have y in them, and we've got y equals 6. Let's do the x. So I've put those angles in for you, and we still know that y equals 6. We want to know what x is equal to, and we want to know what this angle is. So you've got two options. As you can see, you can do a straight line with x 10 and 50, or you can do alternate angles like that, over here and over here, or those two. Okay, so I'm going to go with alternate angles because it's the shortest one. So I'm going to say 10x is equal to 130 degrees because alternate angles are equal to each other. So this is 130. So now I've got that angle as well. The next thing I want to do is calculate for x. So I'm going to say 10x is equal to 130. Divide by 10, divide by 10. X is equal to 13. Done. So 6 is y and x is 13. And that's the end of that question. Try this one. We've got 3 or 2 sets of parallel lines. These go 3 that way and 2 this way. Go ahead and give it a try. Notice that we've got 3y, we got 4x, and we got 3x. So what you're going to do is you're going to start with x and x because they are the same, and once you have that, you can calculate for y. Pause and then play. Okay, so we're starting with x and x. If I look at my x angles, I have 3x here, and then I have 4x here, and these lines are parallel with each other. So this angle and this angle create a situation of an upside down F, and we know that the upside down F is corresponding. So let's go with that. We're going to say corresponding angles are equal to each other, right? So we're going to say 4x minus 5, that's this one, is equal to 3x plus 11, that's that one, because corresponding angles are equal to each other. Now I want to take the 3 over there. In order to do that, I'm going to say minus 3x minus 3x. 4 minus 3 is 1x. X minus 5 is equal to 11. Let's take this over there. So I'm going to say plus 5 plus 5. X is equal to 11 plus 5, that's 16. X is 16. So that solves for x. Now if I wanted to calculate those two angles, I would say 4x minus 5, 4 times 16 minus 5, which is equal to 64 minus 5, which is equal to 59. So this one here is 59 and this one here is 59 because corresponding angles are equal to each other. Now let's calculate for y. We are going to look at the shape. So I've got y here, that's where my y angle is, and I've got an option of using that x, which gives me the sum of co-interior angles. So we've got the sum of co-interior angles. And then we are going to say that 3y plus 1, that's this one, plus 59, because we already have that one, we've calculated, equals to 180 degrees, because the sum of co-interior angles are equal to 180 degrees. That's our rule. So once we've got that, I can now add 1 and 59. That gives me 60. So 3y plus 60 equals 180. Minus 60 minus 60. 3y is equal to 120. Divide by 3, divide by 3. 3 goes into 12 4 times, bring down the 0, so y is equal to 40 degrees. So I've got x is 16 and I've got y is 40, which is great. Let's calculate the value of this angle. So we're going to say 3y plus 1 is equal to, we already know that 3y is 120. So it's 120 plus 1, which equals to 121 degrees. Done. In the figure, angle 3 is 43 degrees, which I give you. Find the measure of angle 2, angle 7, angle 10, angle 11, angle 13, and angle 16. Go ahead and give it a try, and then you can check back with me. So let's start with angle 2. If I draw angle 2, I know that angle 2 is over there, and the one that they give me is angle 3, and angle 3 is over there. So that gives me the sum of co-interior angles. So I'm going to say the sum of co-interior angles equal 180. And then I'm going to say angle 2 plus angle 3 equals 180. Angle 2 plus angle 3 is 43 equals 180. Minus 43 minus 43. So angle 2 is equal to 100. 80 minus 40 is 40. 40 minus 3 is 37. Angle 2 is 137 degrees. Okay. Let's calculate angle 7. Let's draw it. So angle 7 is over here. And then we have angle 3 is over there. So that gives me alternate angles. Another option would be angle 7 is here and angle 2 is there, and that's sum of the straight line. But I'm not going to use that. I'm going to use alternate angles for two reasons. First of all, it's quicker, and secondly, it relates directly to 43, which is what they give me. So I'm going to say alternate angles are equal to each other. That's my reason. And I'm going to say angle 7 is equal to angle 3, which is equal to 43 degrees. And that's my answer. Now let's do angle 10. So if I draw angle 10 is going to be here at the bottom. And now I cannot relate 10 to 3, it's too far. I can do 10 to 7 or 10 to 2. That's 10 to 7, and 10 to 2 looks like this. So I can do the sum of co-interior angles, or I can do corresponding angles. And sum is always longer than direct equating, so I'm going to go with corresponding angles. I'm going to say corresponding angles are equal to each other. Angle 2 is equal to angle 10, which is equal to, angle 2 is 137 degrees. Done. If you want to do the sum of co-interior angles are equal to each other, then you can say angle 10 plus angle 7 is equal to 180 degrees. So angle 10 plus angle 7 is 43 is equal to 180 degrees, minus 43 minus 43. Angle 10 is equal to 137 degrees. Don't forget your degree sign. Same answer on both. Let's do angle 11. So if I sketch angle 11 is here at the bottom. And for 11, I cannot go 11 and 3. I can only go 11 and 10. Okay, so my reason is going to be the sum of co-interior angles are equal to 180. That's my reason. And I'm going to say angle 11 plus angle 10 are equal to 180 degrees. Angle 11 plus, what did we say angle 10 was? Angle 10 is 137 equals 180 degrees. So minus 137 minus 137, angle 11 is equal to 43 degrees. Angle 13, if I draw it, angle 13 is over here like that, and I can't relate it much to anything other than angle 11. So I've got vertically opposite angles. Vertically opposite angles are equal to each other, so angle 11 is equal to angle 13, which is equal to, angle 11 is 43. Done. And our last one, angle 16. So we're again going with vertically opposite angles are equal to each other. So we're going to say angle 10 is equal to angle 16, which is equal to, what did we say angle 10 was? 137 degrees. All right, so over here you've got a triangle with two parallel lines. Now you have to be careful over here when you try and do this, because you cannot use this. This does not work because this line is not parallel to that line. They don't give us. So you cannot use co-interior, is not an option. Okay, other than that, go ahead and give it a try. You've got x, x, y again, but in this instance they give us 68, so you can solve x in relation to 68 and then move on from there. Substitute x into the other one and get y. Okay, pause and then come back. Okay, the first thing that I can see is I've got 68 over here, and I've got 2y, 2x over there. And that here, these lines are parallel, so I have got corresponding. So the first thing I'm going to say is corresponding angles are equal to each other, which means that 68 is equal to 2x. So divide by 2, get rid of that. X is going to be equal to 6 divided by 2 is 3, 8 divided by 2 is 4. 34 degrees for x. So I've got x. So this angle here is equal to, what did we say? 68 degrees. And x is 34. Now to solve for that one, we are going to say 3x minus 15 is equal to 3 times 34 minus 15, and that is going to be equal to 102 minus 15, which is equal to 87 degrees. This one is 87. Done. This is basically substituting this into that. And lastly, to calculate for y, I'm going to say the sum of angles in a triangle equal 180 degrees. So I'm going to start with y squared plus 68 degrees plus 87 degrees equals 180. And then I add those two together. So y squared is equal to 7 and 8 is 15. 5 carry 1. 8 and 6 or 8 and 7 is 15 again. 155. So that's y squared plus 155 degrees equals 180 minus 155 minus 155. So y squared is equal to 100 minus 100 is 0. 80 minus 50 is 30. 30 minus 5 is 25 degrees. To get y alone, I say square root on both sides. So y is equal to 5. So I've got x, I've got y. So y squared, we know this one is 25 degrees. And that's the answer to this question. I hope that was easy enough for you to do. I hope you understood. If you have any questions, let me know. Thank you. Bye-bye.